Hello everyone, my name is Mona Fanous. Thank you for inviting me to share today. Before we begin, I want you to take a moment to look at this picture. What do you see? What does this picture trying to tell us about fairness in education? What does it make you think about fairness in education? This is the heart of what we will explore today. As educators, our job to make sure every student can truly access learning, not just give them the same box and hope they can see over the fence. Accurate identification and classification of multilingual learner of English or MLEs is one of the first steps towards that equity. Done well, it opens doors. Done poorly, it can close them. Today, I want to challenge us to look honestly and at where the process fails and empower us to make it better. Let's start with the home language survey, the first step in the process. Think for a moment. If you were parents new to this country, would you know exactly how to answer these questions? There is no federal standard for what question to ask. And some survey are not translated well. This means one child could be labeled an English learner in one district but not in another. That inconsistency can be life-changing for a student. Our challenge is to make this step clear, consistent, and welcoming for every family. After the survey comes the screener, the first English language proficiency assessment. I want you to imagine being a student taking this test in a brand new language, maybe on a computer for the first time. Now imagine that the result of this one test could decide whether you get language support or not. States use different tests and set different cut scores. So a student could be considered proficient in one state and an English learner in another. Our goal is to push for consistency and fairness so that students aren't misclassified simply because of where they live. Most MLEs are identified in kindergarten and first grade. When they are just beginning school, their performance can be affected by shyness, nervousness, or even not understanding the test process. Think about how quickly young children's language skills grow. A single test on one day might not capture their true ability. We need to ask ourselves, are we giving these young students a fair chance to show what they can really do? Now imagine a student who is both an MLE and has a disability. Will they get the right accommodation? That answer depends on the state. This inconsistency can block a student from demonstrating their abilities and equitable system would build accessibility into every assessment so no student is left out. As a leader, we have the power to ask, are we doing enough to level the playing field? So, what can we do? We can start by improving the home language survey. Use clear, consistent questions in every district. Offer the survey in multiple languages and even orally, so all families can participate. Imagine the difference when a parent understands exactly what is being asked. Fewer error, better placement, and the trust built between families and schools. Next, let's strengthen our screeners. We need to share definition of what it means to be proficient, covering both social and academic language. When we align assessment to standard and check them often for accuracy, we help ensure students get the right level of support, not too much, not too little. This is equity in action. For our youngest learners, assessment must be short, engaging, and developmentally appropriate. We must train test administrators to make students feel comfortable, and accessibility should be built in from the start. Captions, interprets, visual supports, so students with disability are never left behind. When we do this, we are telling students we believe in you and we want to see you strengths. Getting identification and classification right is not just a legal requirement. It is a matter of justice. I want to challenge you to look closely at your school's process. Are we giving every MLE an equitable start? You have the power to make difference, to review surveys, ensure fair testing, and advocate for improvement at the district and the state level. Together, we can create schools where every multilingual learner is seen, supported, and set up to thrive.